He hasn't disappeared from your thoughts. He just doesn't pull you the way he used to. You didn't expect this stage. You thought that if the urgency faded, the feeling would disappear with it. That distance would replace presence. But that's not what happened. The connection is still there, in quiet moments, in the background of your day. What's changed is how your body responds. There's no rush, no tightening, no pressure to act. And that's what unsettles you. Because you can't tell if this means you're slowly letting go, or if you're finally noticing the connection without being pulled by it. The thought still appears. Not constantly, not intrusively, just enough to be noticed. But when it does, the reaction inside you is different now. There's space around it, room to breathe. You're no longer compelled to do something about it, no immediate urge to reach out. No need to assign meaning right away. That shift doesn't mean the connection lost its weight. It means the weight isn't controlling you anymore. What if presence doesn't always require action? Before, thinking about him felt directional. It pushed you somewhere, toward answers, toward reassurance, toward movement. Now the thought can appear and pass without dragging you with it. That can feel unsettling. You may wonder if this is indifference beginning, or something steadier taking its place. But there's a difference between losing interest and gaining distance from urgency. What if the absence of pull isn't loss, but balance forming? There's a pause now. A small gap between noticing the feeling and reacting to it. You feel the emotion, but you don't immediately follow it. That space didn't exist before. And it changes everything. Because within that gap, you're no longer being led by habit. You're observing. This person can still matter without directing your next move. What might this pause be protecting you from? Attachment demands certainty. It wants clarity now. Awareness is quieter. It allows questions to stay unanswered. You may still feel connected, emotionally aware, but not bound to outcomes the way you once were. That doesn't mean the connection was meaningless. It may mean it's being held differently, less tightly, more honestly. What if awareness isn't replacing attachment, but reshaping it? The presence hasn't vanished, but it's no longer at the center of your decisions, no longer setting the emotional pace. And that change didn't come from effort. It came from something settling inside you. You didn't force distance. It arrived naturally, not as detachment, but as quiet autonomy returning. What if this shift isn't about him changing, but about you no longer being pulled away from yourself? You don't need to define this stage. Presence doesn't have to mean attachment, and distance doesn't have to mean loss. Right now, something important is happening, not in the connection itself, but in how you're able to stay with it differently. And sometimes the most meaningful shifts aren't loud endings, but the moment something stops having power over you. God, I notice what has softened inside me, the presence that no longer demands reaction. I don't ask to understand it yet. I just allow this space to remain. I trust that what's no longer pulling me is making room for what truly steadies me. Amen.